Today's video is the first in what I hope will be a series about little tricks and techniques that I use in my homeschool classroom that I found really helpful and that seem to be greatly benefiting my children. Today's focus is for the younger children, so maybe pre-K to early elementary. We're talking about the ABCs. Every homeschool lesson with that age group, I start with reading the alphabet or reciting the alphabet while pointing to a chart that I have on the wall, and I will show you that in a little bit. First, I'm going to verbally describe what we do, and then at the end, I'm going to have a little clip of what it actually looks like in action so you can see what I'm talking about. But first, we recite the alphabet, the names, A, B, C, D, and then we go through again with the sounds, A, B, K, D, etc. And I'm also going to show you the chart itself, and I'm going to point out the features that I think are important when selecting an alphabet chart. And I'm pretty sure it's just as simple as that today. Here is the alphabet that I purchased, about a decade ago. I got it on Amazon. I don't think they carry it anymore, but I'm going to explain what I like about it so that you can perhaps find one similar. So, first of all, I have it set up on a wall at the child's eye level, most importantly. So I'm crouching down to show you this. So the chart has capital letters and lowercase. It also has a word that matches the picture clue. And at first, we don't use this part or even the picture clue, but as they progress, it becomes very helpful, I have found, in guiding them through reading. This alphabet chart is extra cool because it has American Sign Language. We don't really have skill with American Sign Language, but I like that they have some exposure to it a little bit. And maybe someday we'll pick up on it. Now let's sing the alphabet song. Pointing fingers, let's sing their names. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, say H, I, J, K, L, M, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, good job, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now I know my ABCs. Next time, won't you sing with me? Oh, I have a puppy. All right, now let's sing the sounds they make. Let's do the sound. One more. What?
I don't know how to sing when it's...
You're fine. All right.
Wait.
Okay. Pointing fingers. Let's do their sounds.
Okay.
B, D, E, G, E, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, A, While I was editing that video, I thought of a couple tips that I'd like to add or clarify on. So when you're making the consonant sounds like S or W is a common one, keep in mind W does not make the W sound. I know when I was little, when we would frequently sound out letters, a lot of people would say S or W, and I found that makes it difficult for the kids when they're starting to plug in that sound to a W that they see on the page. They start saying W. W makes the W sound. S makes the S sound. Now, some consonants you kind of do need to tack a vowel onto the end a little bit, like B. I don't think my mouth can form the B sound without a bit of a at the end, but it's just something to be conscious of. You might be hearing hawks and other sounds in my garden as I'm filming this. But the other point I wanted to make was, now when they're very, very little and first kind of getting into this habit with me. I'm not strict with this. I'm mostly just trying to keep it light and fun. But if you notice with my son, he's 3, he's freshly 3. We've been doing this for a while and he's more comfortable with it. So now I'm making sure to take time to listen and ensure that he is going along with us and repeating what we're doing. So I'm not just launching my way through the alphabet by myself and then he's just kind of holding on for the ride. I'm pausing and making sure that I'm hearing him say it. I'm not being too much of a stickler yet because, again, I want to keep the fun there. I want him to still be eager and not feel like he's being crushed by criticism. But he really enjoys this process. So I pause. There are a couple letters that he missed, if you notice, and so I just paused, repeated it, and then waited for him to, just repeat it, just so I can make sure that he's saying. And as we do this more and more, I will get a little bit more strict, I guess. I don't want to use that word because that makes this sound like such a intense exercise, but it's really not. They all have fun with it. As his experience increases, I will start getting a little bit more particular about pronunciation and stuff like that. So we'll kind of grow together and I'll just kind of steer him a little bit more firmly as we go on. But a lot of times, at least I've found, they kind of figure it out pretty well on their own just by repeating this fun little process over and over again.